Welcome back to the Spencer Deco Tarot. I am James Spencer. I am a metaphysician, psychic, and clinical hypnotherapist, and the founder of Intuitive Wholeness, located in both Long Beach and Palm Springs, California. I am the creator of the Spencer Deco Tarot, and I'm just going over today the cards of the Suit of Wands. No matter what deck you are using, these videos are good to learn the themes and the deeper meanings of each card. So thank you for joining me today, and let's get started. The Wands, represented in the modern deck by diamonds, represents the element of fire and also can represent the zodiac fire signs of Aries, Leo, and Scorpio. Wands deal with energy and deal with physicality. And let's get started in looking at the cards of the Wands from 1 to 10, as well as the court cards. Let's get started. Our first card is the Ace of Wands. And in my deck, we see this cinema that is electrically pulsing with copper and bronze and lights, and again, energy. I liked to use this imagery of the electricity of an Art Deco city in the 20s. I feel that feels right for my Deco deck. And what the Wands mean, and specifically the Ace of Wands, is now you have strong, positive energy for new potentials. When someone pulls the Ace of Wands, it means you have the energy available to accomplish whatever you need. It also means that you have a strong sense of self and a good, strong spiritual awareness to start attracting what you want to you. We see the number 1 on the marquee to remind you that you are the star of your own film, the star of your own movie. And that is why I created this beautiful Art Deco cinema house. And I want you to remember the I am. 1 is the number of God. I am that I am, and therefore everything I need is made available to me. And I have strong energy to manifest anything I desire. The 2 of Wands is dominion. If you look at my card, we have this distinguished elderly gentleman standing on a balcony. He is surrounded by pink roses. He is dressed fashionably and chic. And what it means, the 2 of Wands, is you have powerful energy to be a leader. You can lead a project, or you have the momentum to move forward to create what you want. It represents powerful energy to start something new, or leadership ability to get what you want. This is, in my card, a French tycoon. He's living in Paris. He lives in a palace. He is looking out on a beautiful restaurant and, again, beautiful architecture. He's dressed fashionably. He's successful. He is a business mogul, and he maybe started from nothing and worked his way up to being a millionaire. So you have that power too to transform your life, to become in alignment with unlimited abundance, radiant health, And this gentleman is attracting all that. The pink flowers represent love. He is doing his passion, and he has the ability to attract unconditional love towards him as well. Now to the Three of Wands, virtue. On my card, we have a priest who really cares about the world around him and helping others to evolve spiritually. He's got powerful energy, but is able to maintain honesty and integrity in all areas of his life. He truly cares about others, and coming from a place of honesty and understanding his own shortcomings and his own flaws and sharing those with vulnerability, is he able to revolutionize change around him. This card represents being honest in all areas of your life, honest with yourself and honest with others. It means having integrity and staying to your world and your word. It is about being truthful in your endeavors. And this priest is able to do that. We see him lit up by candles, and there's a soft illumination of being humble as well. He knows that he's a spiritual master, but he's not bragging about it. He's quiet in his knowingness, and he is enthusiastic to help others around them become more spiritual as well. The Four of Wands represents completion. And on my card, we have a handsome football player winning a trophy for winning the game. And this is an all-American feel. And football was a sport that was very popular, of course, in the 20s and 30s. He's the all-American apple pie guy, absolutely gorgeous with star quality. We see a star on his jersey. We see him holding a ball and a trophy of gold. And what it means is fruition of your hard work. You have been working on something that's been difficult for you, and you're completing a cycle, or you're completing something that means something to you, and you're now ready to start a new era in your life or something new. Also, this card represents that one way you get to completing a project is by using your energy and staying holistic. Notice this guy is physically fit. He works on his body. He works on his mind. He is using all of his energy in a positive way to make the things he wants in his life come to fruition. And it states that with the completion card, you need to stay in alignment with the spiritual truths. You need to know that you are God also. This man looks like a god, but also in addition to that, again, he knows his body is the temple of God. He doesn't pollute it. He is also sharing his passion with others to make people happy. He is also sharing and projecting love for all he does out to the world. He is the star of his own show, and he is able to complete tasks effectively and quickly. Now to the Five of Wands, and that is strife. And here we see a waitress in a greasy spoon diner, overworked. You can see by her face she's not really happy with her situation, and she's struggling. She is working hard but not smart. She has hidden talent she is not using, but she's sort of a victim of her circumstance. So when you pull the strife card, it can mean giving up or frustration, struggle, and strife, working hard but not smart. It also means that maybe there are people around you that are holding you back. This woman maybe has a difficult, abusive boss. And she knows that there's toxic people in her life, but she's afraid to leave her job and do her passion. And this is keeping her stuck in this struggle that she doesn't need to be in. I purposely, with this card, made it the early 30s. This is the Depression, and a lot of people were out of work, and she feels like this is the only job I can get, and if I leave this, I'm going to starve. Instead of, again, I can use my passions to create what I want and to create a better power for myself, more abundance, and more people that can love me unconditionally. Again, she is surrounded by toxic people. Maybe she is serving coffee and some guy's pinching her butt. Maybe the boss is being abusive to her. Maybe she's just overwhelmed and people, maybe there's a waitress stealing her tips. She is unhappy, exhausted, miserable. But it's also because she's not thinking out of the box. She's stuck in her rhetoric of this is all I'm worth, this is all I can get, money's tight. Negative thinking causes strife and struggle, and that's where she's stuck right now. Now to a favorite card, the Six of Wands, Victory. Here we have a film starlet winning the Oscar. And for actors, that's one of the top pinnacles of awards you can win. And it's saying that her hard work and her staying true to spiritual laws has paid off for her. She is dressed in a gorgeous, luxurious silver gown. Her jewelry is diamonds and gold, and she has a fur, and she looks radiant. All eyes are on her, and she has won the Oscar, the Academy Award. And what victory represents is a major breakthrough in any area of your life. Winning, and also having great insight and creativity to bring what you want to fruition. This breakthrough is in many areas all at once. She understands her star power to attract. She understands trusting the universe to allow good things to happen. She knows how to use her talents to revolutionize the world around her. She knows discipline in her life to keep her body, mind, and spirit beautiful. She knows how to shine her light and also shine love to the world to make lasting change in her life. She is the star of her own life. Victory, winning the Oscar. Can you win the Oscar of your life? Now to the Seven of Wands, Courage. On my card, we see a flapper woman in a beautiful gown, a pink gown, and she is standing on the wing of a plane in midair, surrounded by other planes, high in the sky. She represents fearlessness, courage to go after what you want. This reminds me very much of an old RKO movie from the early 30s called Flying Down to Rio, which did make use of flappers that are chained to planes up in the air doing all kinds of dance moves and being sort of daredevils. And this woman is a daredevil. She is willing to take risks to make the things she wants in her life happen. And when someone pulls this card of courage, sometimes in older decks like the Thoth deck or the Rider-Waite Valor, it means you have the spiritual courage to face any challenge that is coming up for you. You have the willingness to take risks for your spiritual growth, and you have courage to move now in a new direction that is more positive and in alignment with your higher spiritual truths. Moving away from negativity into moving into more positive ways of doing things. She is powerful and she is courageous. Now to the Eight of Wands, speed. And here we see this yellow car full of people on the Brooklyn Bridge, far ahead of other cars. And they are moving forward quickly. And speed, also known in older decks as swiftness, the Eight of Wands, represents the urgency to take care of a situation immediately. It means the opposite of procrastination, or as my dad would say, get her done. It's a willingness to take risks for spiritual growth, but to not procrastinate. It's time to get into action. Time is of the essence. It's time to move fast. You've been procrastinating. You're not taking care of it. You need to get into action immediately. And you need to use all the speed and all the energy to get something done. Okay? What I have found in life is I've never, ever in my life procrastinated. I rather deal with something that's challenging and get right on it before it blows up into something bigger. Here's an example. It's been over 20 years since I got in a traffic ticket, but I remember 20 years ago I got a traffic ticket, and I was supposed to go to court or to do traffic school. And the day I got that ticket, and it was a mistake, I had, parked in the wrong area, or I forgot what I did. I remember what I did. I ran through a stop sign that I didn't see. There was a truck blocking it. Anyway, I made a mistake. I took care of it right away. That day, the same day I got the ticket, I paid the ticket. I paid for traffic school. And I got the earliest date possible to get it done. And even though I was pissed and I didn't want to do it, I felt like, let's just get this crap done and be over with it. And here's someone that did the opposite. The same day that I got my ticket, a friend also got a ticket for the same thing, going through a stop sign or something like that. And he's like, oh, I don't want to deal with this. He forgot to pay his traffic violation. So then he got a fine and made it worse. Then because he waited, it was harder to get into the traffic class, traffic school. And so this drama for him went on for like almost 4 months of just constant problems just because he didn't take care of it. I was done with it in less than a week. So that is the power of speed. Get things done. One thing I recently went through, which was very hard, which is why I have a little bit of a scratchy throat, is I've been doing a kitchen remodel. And that's always upheaval. It's jackhammers and sawdust and paint fumes and stuff that's unpleasant. And I'm like, let's get it done and not let it drag on into the fall or when it's more challenges with colder weather or whatever. Let's get it done during the summer. And now I'm through it. I have my new refrigerator in, I have new cabinets and things I wanted, and now I can enjoy the fruits of my labor. And am I off balance a little bit? Sure, yeah, I'm getting over a little toxicity in my body, but now I can just relax and focus on healing instead of, oh my gosh, this is hanging over my head month after month. So do not procrastinate. Get in the spiritual habit of getting things done. What's very interesting too, I will say, that comes with speed is the discipline of aligning your life with the energy of the world. Example, Every day, I'm up at the crack of dawn. When the sun comes up, I come up. Because I tend to get up at 5:30 every morning is usually when I get up, I get more done. So I get up at 5:30, I'm able to check my business notes, I'm able to plan my lessons for my teaching for the day, I'm able to get exercise done, breakfast done, clean the house, all before 8 o'clock in the morning. If I do have to go out shopping, I shop at 7:30, 8:30 in the morning. I go to Whole Foods, they open at 7:30. I go to Trader Joe's and CVS Pharmacy and other places I need to go at 8, and I'm home by 8:30. I avoid all that midday traffic and all that drama on the road, and I'm much more efficient. I'm not wasting my time in traffic on freeways. I'm not wasting my time using my time unwisely. But there are many people that party. They stay up till 2 and 3 in the morning. They're sleeping to 11, missing breakfast. They're sluggish. They're behind the times. And their lives aren't efficient. They don't get as much done. People that are smart business people and are successful usually have the discipline to get things done and to multitask, which is something I also do. And I understand the spiritual practice of urgency and speed to get things done and not procrastinating. And you can learn this too. So get in your beautiful vehicle and move forward quickly in your life to bring all the beautiful things you deserve to fruition. Do not procrastinate. The Nine of Wands is strength. Here we see a boxer winning a match. He is the master of physical strength. And that is what the 9 represents. The 9 of Wands is that you have the physical, but also the mental and emotional strength to bring what you need to fruition. It's also a balanced inner strength. It's using your mind correctly, in tune with your spiritual I am, increasing your intuition. It's the power in you and the energy that gets you to spiritual maturity. It is that tenacity of never giving up and moving. Even if you get knocked down, you get back up. Even if things are challenging and you want to give up, you don't. And eventually your strength and your hard work pay off and you accomplish your goal. And so this is a powerful card. Use your energy positively to bring what you want to fruition. Oh boy, and isn't this card perfect for what is happening in America in the US election right now? Oppression. And here we have sort of a femme fatale lady with guns, and she is going to do whatever it takes to get what she wants. She could lie, she can manipulate, she can fake, and this is the misuse of power. And here with oppression, we have someone that is in a toxic use. She is in fear. She is not aligned with spiritual truth. So she is repressing her true nature. She is using abuse and power to get what she wants. She might be withholding information that she has out of fear. She is restraining and she's using repression of her true gifts. This person is not using power wisely. She knows she is beautiful, but instead of using her beauty to attract love and positivity to her, she uses her body like a prostitute to manipulate people with sexual energy virus to get what she wants. Instead of knowing that she's unlimitedly abundant, she will kill, murder, steal, whatever to get the money she wants. Okay. She is toxic. She is oppressive. And her energy is draining, and we see the bathtub, and her life is going down the drain. It's very obvious. We see in the background of a mirror a woman looking at her and understanding what she's doing. Like, wow, this woman thinks she's getting power by having her guns and stealing, but she's going to get killed. She's going to destroy her life. She's going to end up in jail. Something bad's going to happen. And this woman is so caught up in power games that she can't see her own toxicity of how she is fucking up her life, basically. It's kind of interesting. I'm a Harry Potter fan, and I put her sort of in the Slytherin green color. She's a snake. And the Slytherin green here, not that all Slytherins are bad, but many Slytherins are power hungry, and they will do whatever it takes to get what they want. And this woman is very much that. And so do not be this. This could destroy your life. This could take you down the wrong path. This woman knows the spiritual truths, but she's not using them. She is turning against them. And that is her downfall. And she's probably going to be dead in a few minutes, so don't let that be you. Now to our Prince of Wands. Here we have a handsome, powerful athlete winning a game or winning the Olympics. His body is perfect. The orange that he wears represents all of the energy and positivity in the world to bring what he wants to fruition. And when someone pulls the Prince of Wands, it could also represent a man, a young man, that is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But it represents a person who is displaying their deep passion of what they love in life. They have a deep passion to also be who they are, to be oneself. This man is passionate about the Olympics and about running and hurdles, and he is using his energy to get to the highest pinnacle of that passion. When someone pulls the Prince of Wands, it can mean your need to express your passions. It could be releasing new creativity. And it could also represent a young man with great energy and passion for life. Possibly an athlete or an energetic, physical type person. But it can be anyone who has a passion to bring something to fruition. And this man is a hero to others because he has the ability to be himself. This was modeled on Jesse Owens, who, as we know, won the, I believe it was 1932, 33 Olympics in Berlin as a runner, and went as, he was a black man. He was, sort of the minority, but he won everything and went against, Hitler and everything to just become a hero to the world. And he stayed in his truth, and he used his disciplines of taking care of his body and his mind and his spirit to create that, amazing moment in history. And this man is doing that, and you can too. Now to our beautiful and powerful Princess of Wands. Here we see a beautiful young woman who maybe is a bit of a tomboy. She's, notice she's wearing a tuxedo, and she is here the owner of a chic Manhattan bar. And this woman is possibly an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And she is a liberated woman, and that is the theme of the Princess of Wands, releasing one's fear and being truly liberated. She could also represent the LGBT community. She might be a proud lesbian, and she doesn't care what people think about her. She is in freedom. She is in pride. She's a young lady full of freedom and adventure to live the life the way she wants. She's a bit alternative. She doesn't care what people think, and she is able to be true to herself. This card, again, is often pulled by LGBT community. It's saying, you know, stay proud, stay in your pride. Don't let other people try to pull you down. This woman is living her truth, and she has plenty of energy to bring her desires to fruition. It also might mean mastery of both the divine masculine and feminine, but not being afraid to show the opposite of what's expected. This woman is in her divine masculine, but there could be a man that's in their divine feminine, and that's okay. She doesn't mind showing that. She is a woman's liber, maybe at a time when, you know, women were repressed in the workplace. She's saying, watch me. I'm going to be fabulous. I'm going to be a business tycoon. And when people said, you can't do that, all you're good for is being married and pumping out children, she's like, watch me. And she's a reminder to all genders and all sexual orientations that no matter what you identify with, be it masculine or feminine or both, you know, you can use your understanding of that to be yourself and to attract what you want. Now to our handsome King of Wands. And our King of Wands represents the spiritual revolutionary. They have a deep personal understanding of all the laws of the universe, and they are able to manifest and create radical positive change. They represent sort of the older spiritual master, or maybe the master of abundance. So here we see this handsome, distinguished older gentleman in a purple and lavender suit. And purple represents spiritual awareness and power. And he's sort of like the old sage. He is the spiritual master. Around him we see amethysts and crystals. And he's sort of like a forward thinker. He knows that his energy and shining his own light can cause revolutionary change in the world. And he is ready for the new age of Aquarius. He's ready for a time in life where we're free of power games, where we're free of war, where we're free of destroying the planet. And he is using his power of everything to change the world by just shining his light. And he, as you can see, he's a master of abundance. He is in his penthouse, dressed beautifully. He's an older man, but he looks very distinguished. He is in radiant health, so he has master of health. He has mastery of understanding unconditional love and compassion for others. And he is shining his light. And you can be this as well. The simple act of shining your light onto the planet at this time of revolutionary change on the planet is needed. Our world is pretty crazy fucked up right now with energies, but we are at the start of a spiritual evolution, of more and more people becoming enlightened. And you are enlightened for joining me today, and I can't thank you enough. So use your light to be powerful. It's not about efforting, it's about knowing. It's just about knowing I am God, and therefore I'm shining my light. And that's all you have to do. Sometimes we use the word in Shambra or in Crimson Circle, which is a group I belong to, as benching. You can literally just be sitting on a park bench and shining your light towards your neighborhood. Watch the world change around you. That is how powerful you are. When you shine your light and you bless the world, watch that you always get the parking spot. Watch that when you walk into a coffee house to order your coffee, that there's no lines, or that people are just noticing you and saying, wow, you always have a beautiful smile. I love your energy. Here's a free pastry on us today. Just notice how you just manifest quickly when you shine your light. And that is what the King of Wands understand. He is the spiritual master of energy. And you are that as well. If you choose wisely. And now to our final wand card, the Queen of Wands. Here we see a beautiful elderly lady dressed in a beautiful orange beaded gown. And remember, orange is the power of the sense of self. The idea with orange is that you are a reflection and unique aspect of God and Goddess. And she is looking over a canyon of all of these beautiful colored hot air balloons in the sky. And her life is an adventure. And the Queen of Wands is someone that enjoys their spiritual self-discovery. She is trying new things. She is fearless. She is living life to the fullest. She is traveling. She might be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius woman, but to her, she is the doer. She is out enjoying the fruits of her labor and enjoying life. This is the woman that says, fuck it. Yeah, I'm going to get in my evening gown. I am going to get into a hot air balloon and drink champagne and eat chocolate strawberries and just, have this adventure that most people would never dare to do. And then she's like, maybe I'm going to go get on an ocean liner for a year and just travel the world and live it up. And I don't have to worry about money. I don't have to worry about my health. I'm a master. I understand everything to attract what I want to me. And she is using her life to enjoy it, to enjoy the fruits of her labors, of mastering all of the previous major arcana cards to get to this place of spiritual mastery. And she is probably traveling with her spiritual sage tycoon husband too. And maybe he's up there in one of those balloons and looking down at her. Hi, honey, come join me. And she's like, yeah, I'll be right there. So you have that power to make life an adventure and exciting if you choose. Choose wisely.